Alright, so
we're live, everyone.
But we don't know what we're doing because this is our first time going live. Actually, let me clean my camera real quick because it looks like it's kind of blurry. There we go. So, I don't even know if we're going to post this on YouTube or not.
Yeah. Depends on how many people jump on.
And I don't know.
We got one person on there.
Yeah, and how do we get the, like the comment?
I think we just hit this thing right there.
Or
all chat viewing options, all. Oh, yeah, that's right.
Alright.
It's right. Once they start putting stuff up, it should just pop right up. There we go.
Right.
What's up, guys? Snoop12922.
Yes.
You know, just hanging out, doing man cave baseball card junkie TV stuff.
Yeah, we've been talking about going live for a while, and tonight we were recording a video for Victor Negron, who won our contest, and then we were like, fuck it, let's just go live, so that's what we're doing.
So we're testing it out before we really, you know, hit the scene with the live videos.
I'm trying to get it even for both of us.
We're good.
All right,
I think it's good.
All right, so we don't want to go too OCD on it, huh?
Yeah.
So we'll see if we actually post this. We're not sure. We did have a subject that we wanted to talk about tonight, so if enough people jump in, we'll talk about the subject. But Snoop, nice baseball you picked up the other day. That was cool. I watched that video.
Yeah,
so I don't know.
I haven't gotten a chance to see it. I have a 3-year-old, so between dance parties and
oh yeah, you just had the birthday party last week.
No, that's this week coming up. But last night we had a dance party. I put on Will Smith radio on Pandora, and it was like getting jiggy with it. And what's up, Philly Mike and John Wright? Hey guys, how's it going? Hopefully you guys are doing some baseball card junkie stuff right now too.
Yeah. So well, since we're live here, maybe I'll pull out some cards.
Go for it.
But I'm not going to pull out the cards that we just made the video for. And so, I'll just get we could do a random rummage, huh?
Can do a random rummage, sure.
All right. Everybody likes a random rummage. What should I do?
We're the godfathers of YouTube card collecting.
All right, which box should
We're going to make him an offer he couldn't refuse.
I know, huh?
I don't know. Just bring your 500 Home Run Club box.
All right. So we just kind of bullshit and cards off randomly. So, alright.
Yeah, we had an idea for what we were going to talk about, but we're not sure. Well, I mean, we'll probably post it just for the hell of it.
Yeah.
Just so people can watch us be stupid. You know, that's always fun.
Yeah, everybody keeps asking us when we're going to go live. So.
Yeah. So
it's a lot easier than we thought it would be. You just push a few buttons.
Exactly.
And every time I see people go live for the first time, they always say the same thing. Here's a card I really like. I just love this card.
Oh, I got that card.
Oh my God.
Ken Griffey Jr.
But I actually traded for this card with a YouTuber, Bruce12455. That guy hasn't made a video in a long time. But yeah, I like that one a lot. So.
Yeah, I think next time we do a live video, we'll probably do it a little bit earlier. Yeah. Like 5:30, 6 o'clock, just because.
We have a bad connection, so I don't think that the.
No, it's still on.
Oh, it says very.
Finish.
It says very bad connection.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's one problem with this freaking man cave is I don't have good Wi-Fi here.
Just need to bring an extra port, like a extension, in here or something like that. You can buy them. They're not expensive.
So.
It's buffering a lot. Yeah, that's the bad connection.
All right. Well. Maybe we should take a go off then.
Well, it was working fine before. What if you just open the door a little bit?
I don't know. I'll try opening the door.
It says, Aaron from Winchester says, "What's up, guys? I see you fine."
All right.
Well, that's good. Hopefully it comes through okay.
No, we got too much going on in the regular.
Oh, that just went away as soon as you opened the door.
Oh, what's that?
Yeah, I think if you just crack the door open, it'll work. Oh, it says it's better now.
All right, I'll leave it cracked
open. So anyway, we're here to field. I guess we'll field a couple questions if you guys have some questions about stuff. totally cool with doing that, just to give us a idea. Because I think I want to do that other video on an actual video, so we can post it.
All right.
Because we're not sure if we'll keep this one up. So how about Giancarlo Stanton, man? The guy's at 54 home runs.
I know.
Do you think he's going to get to 60?
Well, he's running out of time.
It's pretty close. He's only got a couple weeks.
The thing, too, is like when you start hitting a milestone, you start pressing if you're trying to achieve that milestone. And so if he's pressing, it's going to be tough. So,
how about Riz Hoskins?
Yeah, oh man, somebody just texted me, are you going live?
Yeah, we're live right now. Iska fan, we are live.
Yeah, do you have his phone number?
17 and 33 games. You know, I've heard of him, obviously, because, you know, I watch baseball and keep track of it. My personal preference, I don't get caught up in the prospect. I don't get caught up in the rookies. I can't do it anymore.
What was the question?
What about Riz Hoskins?
Oh, he's got 17 now?
17 in the last 33 games.
Holy crap.
You know, it's just like...
I don't know. Ask Mike O what he thinks.
Ask me in 10 years if he gets to 300 home runs, and then I'll say, yeah, he was pretty good.
My puppy Jackson's in the house. This little guy, we just took him on a 2-mile walk this evening, and he was like leading the pack, man.
Yeah.
So, you want to say what's up?
What's up?
Don't pee all over my cards, all right, Jackson? You could tell he's getting nervous.
He's like, I don't like it up here.
But yeah, you know what? He kind of reminds me of like Kevin Moss. I don't know why. This is like this is the year of the home runs. So like that season where Moss hit, what was it, 21 homers, and he came up after the All-Star break.
Well, it's like what Gary Sanchez
did. Sanchez did that last year, and then you got Hoskins, or I don't even know the guy's name yet. That's pretty bad, but I guess that's, I don't know. Well, how old is he? I mean, what do you guys know about him?
Yeah. Tell us a little bit about him, and then
I'm not a prospector, but...
Yeah. But it's, you know, it reminds me of Kyle Shore, where all the craziness about Kyle Shore, where the guy hasn't played a full season yet.
Well, what happens when you get a rookie that comes into Major League Baseball? The pitchers don't know them, and if you got a guy that can hit home runs and there's no book on him, and all the pitchers are throwing to his hot spot, they're gonna crush a bunch of home runs.
Yeah,
the key is when the league catches up to the scouting report. What's the hitter going to do then? And that's why you always see a lot of rookies that have a great rookie guys that have a lot... I'm distracted with my puppy, by the way. But players that have a great rookie season, they come back their second year and they struggle. It's not because of anything other than the league is adjusted to him.
He must have just hit a home run tonight then, because he's at 16 on MLB. Yeah. And that's through yesterday.
So we'll see when the league catches up and they get a good book on him.
Born in 1993, so he's...
See, like, if he was born in 93, that makes him 24 years old. So if he's breaking in at 24, why didn't he break in at 23, 22, 21 if he's, you know, if they thought he was going to play like this, right?
If anybody wonders, that's who we're talking about right there.
Yeah, so basically, if you ask me, I would say that you have to show me next year. So, I mean, what he's doing this year is pretty awesome, but you have to show me next year.
Wow, you're getting blown up now.
Yeah, it's all right. I'll look at it later.
Yeah, I would kind of agree. Like, I kind of like look at him after 5 years. You know, after 5 years, and if they still maintain that pace that they're at, then it's worth investing in their cards. Plus, you're also not buying them at the market high.
Yeah.
You're all countdown video. Oh, that's definitely something we're looking at doing, Cody. Yeah, I would agree. He's definitely the most excitement you've had in Philadelphia in a long time.
Yeah. If the Giants had a young player like that, I'll tell you what, I would be freaking stoked, because they haven't had anybody hit 25 homers or more since Bonds left. I mean, that's how long it's been. Yeah. It's been forever. So, all right, well, you know what? I'm going to let you go. All right, everybody go say goodbye to Jackson. It's kind of hard for me to do the show.
This is the cutest puppy.
Play with my dog. But he is a cute little fella. All right.
Hoskins has 7. So he must have just hit one tonight.
Yeah, the last I saw he had like a 11 or 12, so that's pretty impressive.
So, yeah, like, when someone comes up into the league, like Nate said, there's going to be a lot of pitchers that fall victim to their hot zones. And once, yeah, right. Thanks, Ray. Yeah, he hit one tonight, so that's why he's at 17 rather than what MLB says.
I have to say that is pretty damn.
It's impressive.
Yeah, it is impressive.
You know, it's also the part that he's got that adrenaline because he's trying to solidify himself on the team, and we'll see what he does next year and the year after.
Yep,
for sure.
So
you know, it's kind of like who was it? Jock Peterson.
Oh, right? God, yeah, I forgot about him.
So much hoopla over that guy.
Yeah.
Protect cards better than one touches.
What's
and it messed up the edge. Yeah, top loaders definitely protect cards very well.
Yeah. You know what? If you have like a card that's 35-point stock or 30-point stock and lower, probably a top loader with a penny sleeve will protect the card the best. Unless you're dealing with the autograph, then you probably want to use a one-touch. But for thicker cards, I think one-touches are better. So, I mean, that's just my opinion.
I just put cards that I think are cool or in higher value in the one.
Yeah, my problem is but I try to use top loaders for the thinner cards.
Yeah.
Plus, it takes up less space when you start to accumulate a lot of cards. If you put everything in a one touch, it just becomes.
Well, plus there are some cards that just aren't made for one touches. I have this. What's up, Tommy? What's going on? So.
How can you read that screen, man? I'm getting really old, man. I can't fucking see anymore.
What is that?
I'm like, I'm going to just let you read the screen. I can't read it.
Whose binder collection? We both have a binder collection. Whose is more amazing, mine or Nate's?
I don't know, man.
They're pretty close.
I don't know.
It'd be hard to pick one.
They're different, so.
Yeah. Different but same.
Yeah, I guess
you have more refractors than I do.
Maybe.
For sure.
But.
So I have a Randy Johnson autograph. It's like tribute to something, but it's like this crazy die cut, and you can't put it in a one touch because the bottom has these little flanges, and it.
Oh yeah. Like let me see if I can find a die cut example. I don't have too many.
Here it is. I found one. Here's the Pujols one. The themes are awesome.
Oh, okay. The theme binders. Yeah, like something like. If I could find a die cut card.
Yeah, for some reason.
I don't like putting die cuts.
It's tribute to the victors, 2015 tops.
Yeah, or something like this you would not want to put in a one touch.
The flanges, because it'll turn.
Yeah, you definitely want to put something like that in a top loader. So, you got to read that.
He ruined a $100 LeBron rookie in a one touch.
Oh, how did you do that? Damn, must have used a one-touch that was not thick enough, or too thick, too. Like, if you get the points, like you put a 100-point card in a 130-point one-touch, I could see you ruining the card.
Yeah.
So you got to make sure you get the right one. That's really important.
Yeah. Well, I definitely think, like, the top loaders look cleaner, too. You know, in the box, for sure.
Yeah.
Did the Indians... I don't know. Who keeps track of the Indians?
Well, they won like 20 in a row.
I haven't kept track.
They tied the A's.
Since they traded Serrano.
Yeah, but they tied the A's record for consecutive wins.
Are you sure 20. It wasn't consecutive losses?
No, the Indians are those guys are on a roll right now, dude.
Yeah,
I don't know if they played or won today, but if they did.
Once they traded Wild Thing Vaughn and Serrano, Pedro Serrano, I stopped following them. They're winning the ring, huh?
Yeah,
you don't think the Dodgers are going to pull it back, right?
I think it would be cool if the Indians won, just because prior to 2016, the Cubs hadn't won forever and the Indians hadn't won forever. So you get the Cubs finally break their streak in 2016, and it would be cool to see the Indians because they haven't won the World Series since 1948.
You think they have like they got the taste in their mouth.
Oh, yeah.
And now they're going to do it.
Well, I mean, just remember the Seattle Mariners. What year was that? They won 116 games, and then the Yankees beat them in the playoffs. So,
what's it looking like? It's probably looking like what Nationals and Indians would be like if you were going to pick two teams right now.
I don't know.
And the Dodgers aren't looking very good.
I know. They've been playing poorly. It's weird, too, because they have the best record in baseball, and but for the last 15, 20 games, they have the worst record.
One favorite card on YouTube? That's good question.
Wait, what's our favorite card that we've seen other people have?
Or in our collections? That would be so hard to do.
Yeah. It depends. Like, is it vintage, new? So.
Yeah. I would have such a hard time finding one that you own. What's your... Oh, that we own. Our one favorite card that we own. That would be really hard.
Yeah. I mean, I could show you. I can't.
I might be able to do like a top 10.
Are we talking about? Yeah, because like you got the '90s inserts, you got the autographs, you got the vintage. You know, you got the ones I inherited from my dad. I don't know how many of you guys watch the video from my Tops 85 401 channel, but when I completed the '59 set, I mean, there's a lot of real sentimental cards from that set that I inherited from my dad. So really, it just depends.
That was probably your favorite project.
Yeah, that was my If you guys haven't seen the video, basically, my dad collected cards when the Giants moved from New York to San Francisco, and he collected in '59 and '60, and that was it. And that's when he was like 10 and 11 years old. And my grandma was smart enough to save the cards. And then when I was a little kid, that's one of the contributing factors that got me interested in baseball cards. Is look at my dad's old cards from when he was a kid. And fast forward to about 2 years ago, my dad passed away, and I finally inherited the collection from his childhood. And he had like 300 of the cards in the 1959 set. And there's 572 cards in that set. And I said, well, he only had like 5 high numbers too. But anyways, I said, it's something I always wanted to complete, was that 59 set. So, at the time I had the income to do it, and I went ahead and finished the set. So, but those are some of my favorite cards, are the cards in that 59 set.
So we just got asked if we're going to Cleveland next year for Nationals.
Well,
I think Nate's planning to. I know you want to. We both want to.
I plan on it, but between now and August 2018, who knows what's going to happen. But if everything goes to plan, I'm going to be there. And I mean, 2017 was amazing. I don't know how many of you guys on here I got to meet up with in 2017, but it was just ridiculous, unbelievably fun.
It'd be fun to go. I'd like to go. I missed this year, obviously, just income wasn't where it needed to be to pay for the tickets and everything, but next year, fingers are crossed.
Yeah.
I'd like to be able to go.
Yeah, it would be so much more enjoyable to travel with you too, Eric, than me just traveling alone. That would be awesome, dude, if we could travel together.
So
yeah. That's my sister texting
getting
me.
Funny text messages on the phone.
Yeah.
But yeah, so it'd be fun to go to Nationals. I'd like to do it. I love card shows in general, just because I like the atmosphere and just like everybody is like so fired up about the hobby.
Yeah, I mean, we had a great time going to the TriStar show this year.
Yeah,
I mean, Eric, you got to meet all kinds of people.
Yeah, we met a number of different tubers.
Yeah. So that's like half the fun of going to these big events, is meeting everybody. Is that right from Philly?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I wish you could. I'm sorry, guys. We're doing this on my iPhone, and I cannot read. So next time I'll do this on my iPad. Maybe.
Do you think there are too many parallels of players?
Okay, so that's a great question, and whoever asked that, thank you for asking that. Me personally, I'm a Bonds super collector, and one of the frustrating things for me in the last couple of years, and it's probably the opposite of a lot of you guys, is they're only releasing autograph cards of Bonds. He doesn't even have non-autograph cards in any of the product. So I wish I could chase down all those different parallels, and especially like the refractor ones. I can't get enough of refractors. I'll buy every single damn refractor I can find. Yeah. So with that being said, I would say I don't mind it. And the thing about it is, if you're a player collector, you don't have to collect every single card made. And that, I think a lot of people think because a card company, like let's say there's a 2015 or 2017 Topps card, and then you got the Topps Chrome, the holiday issue, then all the refractors and parallels. For some reason, a lot of people like get upset because they think they have to collect every single card made of that parallel. It's like, collect what is fun for you, what you enjoy. Don't feel like you have to get every single parallel. So if you don't want to collect every single parallel, you don't have to. If you want to collect every single parallel, that's an option for you. So I think it's great just because you can do whatever you feel like doing. So for me, I would probably try to chase everyone down if Bonds had
my answer is I don't have a problem. Like, obviously, I don't have a problem with it. You know, obviously, you don't need to build all these crazy rainbows. I do think that they're tending to get a little overboard when you have, 30-plus parallels of the same card.
Yeah.
Someone just asked, who's winning MVP this year? I think in the National League it's going to be Giancarlo Stanton.
I hope it's Giancarlo Stanton because that guy deserves it, man.
Because if you look at his WAR is over 6 right now. Yeah. He's the highest in the league. American League, I'm not quite sure.
American League, that's a toughie. It seemed
Goldschmidt looked like he was going to pull it off, but then he
Goldschmidt's in the National League. So
that's right.
He's never going to win the American League.
That's right. It wasn't Goldschmidt. Who was it? Well, Aaron Judge definitely looked like he was.
I thought he
pull
was
out both, but.
Damn, man. Maybe Altuve. That's a good.
Altuve is a
I mean, he's on the Astros, and that guy's just money every year.
Last year or the year before, when someone else won it that didn't deserve it. I don't know.
Well, Trout won last year. And everyone thought that
Trout was Goldschmidt should win NL. I don't know. Well, I think Giancarlo Stanton.
Well, the thing is Goldschmidt is a first baseman, Stanton's an outfielder, and there's more
difficulty in the outfield.
I mean, you're going to contribute more as an outfielder defensively than you will as a first baseman. So if their numbers are parallel, and also another argument against Goldschmidt is when you have a first baseman, as a first baseman, you're going to have the highest offensive statistics of any, or at least you should have the highest offensive statistics of any position on the baseball diamond, first baseman, because physically you exert the least amount of energy as a first baseman. So if you have equal statistics between an outfielder and a first baseman, and I get the vote, I'm going to give the vote to the outfielder just because their contribution defensively is going to have more impact than what the first baseman gives.
And I think Goldschmidt's a great player. I don't think that he's going to win the MVP. I really think that it's going to be, because if you look at Goldschmidt versus Stanton stats right now, for one thing, Stanton has a higher WAR. He has a higher OPS. And those are two huge factor, by 0.004 points. So OPS and WAR are probably the two biggest factors. And then you have runs batted in. Stanton has more. Stanton has more runs in general, more home runs, and this is kind of a power.
Yeah, I mean, the argument for Goldschmidt is
that his team might make the playoffs.
That's the argument for Goldschmidt. And I don't know that seems to have been a standard in the MVP vote up until last year when Trout won last year. So it depends on if the voters really want a team that goes to the playoffs, if they want the MVP to come from a playoff team, or if they want the MVP to go to the best offensive player in the league, which that's
the best player, because WAR the leader in WAR is the one who's won.
Yeah.
For like literally the last 5 years.
Yeah, after Cabrera won the Triple Crown, and he was definitely ridiculed for winning those MVPs when he won the Triple Crown and Trout not winning. It's gone to WAR. So definitely the writers are looking at things a lot differently.
Yeah. So Stanton in the National League and Altuve is our best guess. Maybe it's hard to say.
Man, I mean,
the American League is so wide open.
Yeah, the thing about the American League is there's nobody that is standing out right now. I mean, the first half, Aaron Judge, absolutely. But I mean, as far as like the season as a whole, there's no real standout. So just give it to the best player on a playoff team, and that would be Jose Altuve. And plus, I mean, he's done enough in his career to where he deserves an MVP.
Kluber
and this may be his only only chance he can win an MVP. Yeah. So I would probably give it to Altuve.
I think it should go to Chris Davis personally. He deserves an MVP.
He already got one.
Yeah.
He's being sarcastic. I know my boy. He's being sarcastic.
Let's look at OPS in the American League here. So who's in the AL? So the leader in the AL is Aaron Judge.
Really?
Aaron Judge is the leader in OPS.
Yeah.
No, is Goldschmidt's National League, right? And then there's Altuve right below him.
Okay.
So you look at Aaron Judge and Altuve. Obviously, Altuve is going to lead the league in hitting in average, probably.
Yeah, but look at defensively where Altuve plays compared to Judge. I know Judge is an outfielder, which outfielder is going to get more defensive contribution than a first baseman, but Altuve...
Jose Ramirez, someone said Jose Ramirez, he's looking good too.
Yeah. Yeah, there's always a sleeper. You never know. I mean, look at what happened in...
I'm going to say it goes to Altuve. That's my pick.
Yeah, sometimes I'll give it to someone that's kind of been creeping... Like, if you got two players that deserve it, yeah. Well, anyways.
He's going to set the strikeout record, probably.
Really?
Aaron Judge?
Maybe. I don't know. Yeah. I mean, the strikeout record's pretty high right now, so...
You think he'll top 8 Adam Dunn in strikeout?
I don't know, man. There's been a lot of guys in the past that have struck out a lot.
So I'm going to go Stanton in the National, Altuve in the American...
And that's my thoughts as well.
I think Kershaw is probably going to win Cy Young in the National League.
I don't know. He missed quite a bit of the season again.
But there's nobody that's better. Even to this point in the season, there's nobody that's better.
Yeah, he could win, but
Scherzer had a shot to kind of pull up, but then he got injured also.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, we'll see. Pitchers get injured too much nowadays, but that's a whole nother subject.
Yeah.
All right, so any other topics you guys want to bullshit about?
Yeah, any other questions that we can...
Well, I mean, just our thoughts, right? We don't really know anything. We're just sharing our opinion, that's all.
I am consulted when it comes to voting.
These are just our opinions.
The baseball writers...
We probably don't know shit.
They FaceTime me, and I tell them how to vote, so...
Yeah.
Like, well, I'm about to list this card on eBay, so you should vote for this person as MVP.
Yeah. What does that say?
Pujols will break the phony home run record.
What's a phony home run record?
700 and whatever Bonds has is the phony home run record, I guess.
Oh, it's not Hank Aaron at 755 or...
Well, that's the...
Not Babe Ruth.
Real record.
Not Babe Ruth at 714 or... I mean, everybody that's ever broken the home run record after Ruth...
Is fake.
People want to argue it, so I don't know what the fake home run record is.
Oh, I missed the thought.
Ray just wants to get me all riled up. That's all.
But no, Pujols,
he's probably sitting there laughing.
Is not going to get anywhere close to 760 some odd home runs.
762. No way. There's no way.
I don't even think he's up to 20 this year.
He probably is, but yeah, there's no way.
Mark, you should go to bed, Mark. I'm tired.
Yeah. But
true junkie right there in Kentucky. It's what, like
I don't know what time it is.
Almost 11 o'clock.
10:30.
No. Eastern? Are they Eastern?
No, it's 8:30. 11:30 there.
11:30, so it's Eastern. Dansby Swanson. I don't think about him at all. To be honest.
Yeah, I don't either.
Oh, Pujols is 21 so far this year.
Yeah, so.
Yeah, I'm hoping he's going to get to 700. I would be totally stoked with that number if he got to 700.
Yeah, that's going to be a tough call because that guy's he's pretty much he's productive, but he's slowing down pretty quickly.
Yeah. Swanson is one of those guys that I'm very glad I don't pay attention and get caught up in the rookie hype because he's not doing a whole lot.
That is a prime example of off-season boredom and people looking for something to get fired up about. I mean, my thoughts are this. Like, I know people get bored in the off-season. They don't know what to do about collecting. I mean, just go and look at the greats and look for good value in the greats. I mean, prospecting is just that. I mean, 1 in 100 guys really pan out to be a great player. 1 in 100. I mean, look at how many players people get excited about, and then you just never hear about them again.
Yeah.
I'm not a prospector. I know a lot of people are, and a lot of people know what they're doing, and they know how to prospect, and they see stuff I don't see. But, man, that's just like playing the lottery, really.
Pretty much.
I mean,
you
cannot.
Boxes and boxes of Bowman Chrome.
There's literally no science to predicting someone being successful. I mean, there have been absolute sure 100% this guy is going to be a rock-solid superstar, and they're nobodies. Like Ben Grieve. You got Travis Lee. You got Eric Anthony. You got pitchers like Ben McDonald. Who's that guy? Todd Van Poppel.
Stop naming A's players, man. Come on.
I could go on. I could keep naming.
Who's it? Mac Williamson on the Giants, right?
Yeah, Mac Williamson. That's another one. Billy Beane, the guy that book Moneyball's about. He was a #1 overall pick in 1980. He was picked before Darryl Strawberry. I mean, the list goes on and on. I mean, and you go throughout the whole history of baseball, it's always been this way. So there really is no science to predicting whether a player's skills is going to what is projected as their performance as a minor leaguer will translate into the Major League Baseball game.
Yeah.
And then sometimes it's funny. I mean, guys that you would never dream of just come out of nowhere. And
Mike Trout came out of nowhere.
Yeah, but he was a prospect, but not like a grade A prospect.
Ricky Jordan.
Ricky Jordan. I mean, he hit 300 as a rookie for Philadelphia. Everyone got excited about him, and then he disappeared. Yeah. Ricky Jordan's a perfect example. Chris Sabo. Matt Noakes. I mean, I could keep going on and on. So it's nothing. What's happening with players now is nothing new. It's been going on for years.
I know. Ray asked if we like any sets from this year. I have bought 0 packs of cards this year.
Yeah, I don't break wax anymore, but I do like Topps Chrome. I think just looks really good.
I always like Topps Chrome.
Yeah, Topps Chrome is good. I mean, I have a few Topps.
I like
Chrome
the Donruss Optic. Those are nice looking cards this year.
Yeah, I would never buy Optic though, just because there's no licensing.
Yeah. It's cool.
I mean, having singles are cool. Like picking up singles are cool, but I wouldn't break a box of it.
Yeah, Topps Chrome is kind of like my standby. Like that's kind of.
I mean, obviously, I like Tier 1.
Tier 1 is good. Yeah. All those high ends are nice. Yeah. Definitive, I just saw come out.
Those are nice. Those are nice looking cards. Yeah. But I mean, that's like
it seems to me. Pujols is not going to break the all-time home run record.
That's like the most preposterous thing I've ever heard. Is Pujols breaking the all-time home run record.
The only way he could do it is after this season, if he hit like 35 plus home runs a year.
Well, what's he around? 600. Let's say he's what about
613? 613.
So that he needs 150 homers to break that record. There's absolutely no way he's going to do that.
And he signed through 19, 18, 20. Is he signed through 21 or 22?
Probably 21. So 4 more seasons. Years. So he'd have to average about 30 homers a year.
If he hits the HD.
No, 150. He needs 150.
Yeah.
So that would be 30 homers.
35.
No, yeah, about 35, 40 homers. There's no way.
No, he's not going to.
And no one's going to sign him after his contract's up because he's just going to play.
50 anyways.
Yeah, so. Pujols has no shot.
Yeah. But I hope he hits 700. 30
I don't think he even has. I don't think he'll even sniff.
He's only 37.
Yeah, but
he's more like 44.
Yeah, here's the thing about Albert Pujols. The back of his baseball card says he's only 37, but everybody knows that when he broke into the league, he was probably about 2 or 3 years older than how old he really is, and that's like that's normal for that's a cultural thing for where he's from. That players will lie about how old they are so that they can get these contracts.
They can get these big bonuses. And someone said, I missed the name, and someone said he's a first ballot Hall of Famer. For sure, Pujols.
Yeah, absolutely.
He may get more votes than Griffey.
But Pujols' first 10 years is more impressive than the first 10 years of any baseball player in the history of baseball.
Yeah.
I mean, that guy hit 300.
Pujols was a first ballot Hall of Famer.
100 homers and 30 homers and 100 RBIs every year his first 10 seasons. Unbelievable.
He was a first ballot Hall of Famer 5-6 years ago.
Yeah. Yeah, he could have retired.
He could have retired and he'd be in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah. Yeah, that guy, he's the most, he dominated his first 10 years.
Yeah, Philly Mike, After 10 seasons, he was definitely a Hall of Famer. He had 2 or 3 MVPs in that time frame and a World Series.
Yeah.
Why do you think Roger Clemens' rookie is selling so cheap?
Well, Steroids. It's not. Okay, the question is, it is, but it's not. The thing is the collection, the hobby is changing. People don't want a raw copy of a Roger Clemens rookie card. They're not going to pay a premium for a raw copy of a Roger Clemens. But if you could find a Topps PSA 10, Ray from Philly, he'll tell you how much a PSA 10 Roger Clemens rookie card will sell. Those things are expensive.
Yeah.
From Fleer, Topps, or Donruss. But so that's what people are chasing. They're chasing those high grade examples, and if it's not a high grade example, you can pick it up for $5.
Over $1K.
Yeah, over 1,000. There you go. So is that his Topps, Fleer, or Donruss? Probably his Topps.
Well, the Topps Tiffany Mark McGuire 85 right now is on. There's 2 on auction on eBay. They're both above $230, and it's a PSA 9.
Whoa. Yeah.
Both of them are PSA 9s. Both of them are above $230.
There's definitely so like the junk wax. A lot of people shit on junk wax, but the thing is that a lot of collectors don't realize is there is a strong marketplace for it. Like you have the option of getting raw examples that have good eye appeal, like in a near mint to mint condition, or you can go after the PSA 10s. And there is something out there for every type of collector, whether you're a collector that likes the PSA 10s or one like me that likes a nice, raw example of key rookie cards from the 1980s. And I think that the PSA 10s are driven by set registries. People are trying to, have the best set registry, and that's a competitive thing. And I mean, it's great I think set registries are good for collecting because it introduces a different kind of collector into the hobby. That's kind of my thoughts on set registries. But yeah, I mean Clemens rookies, they are cheap, but they're not. I mean, it just depends on which one.
You can get a raw one. I mean, even the updates. So before his actual rookie season, the Fleer update, right?
Yeah.
Is what he has. That's his.
The 84 Fleer update,
right?
Yeah.
So that one's still expensive, even raw.
Yeah, I got one of those. I paid like $200 for it, like 20 years ago. So, and it's a raw one. I don't know what they sell for now raw. Probably about $80 or 50 to 100 depending on the condition.
Yeah, someone just said there's a surge in 80s cards. Yeah, and that's I would attribute that almost 100% to the PSA set registries.
Yep, that's what it is. And it's 80s cards. They're not all gem mints. I mean, I don't know how many of you guys saw this video. If not, look it up. But there's a video. This guy did a 3-case break at a 1989 Upper Deck. A 3-case break. And I think it's either 12 boxes a case or 24 boxes a case. Anyways, he pulled 51 Griffies out of packs in the 3-case break at 89 Upper Deck. The guy got 1 PSA 10, I think 3 PSA 9s, maybe 5 PSA 8s. The majority, the most that he got graded were PSA 6s. These are cards pulled packed fresh.
Yeah.
And he probably got like 16 or 18 PSA 6s. He even had a stack of 5s, like 5 or 10 PSA 5s. These are packed fresh 89 Upper Deck Ken Griffey.
Those are the ones you just crack out of the box.
So I mean, like the high grade examples, like not everything is a PSA 10 from the 80s, and not all the cards have been treated well because they have been regarded as junk for the last 10, 15 years. So people didn't take care of them. Even collectors, there's probably 10-year period where collectors didn't take care of their 80s rookies because they printed millions of these. Put them in a dollar box without a penny sleeve, and a lot of them got ruined. Even even within the collecting community. So
some aren't even in the they're still in boxes.
Yeah.
In cases.
Yeah, but you think about it, like all those sealed packs. I was watching Alikio 3, and he was talking about like older wax. And what he was saying is, think about like all these cases and wax boxes and investors that have owned these, where they're in California, then New York, then California, then they're going back and forth in the country over the last 20, 30 years, and how much damage the cards in the packs sustain just from the act of them being transferred from owner to owner from across the country. So cracking wax, you're not gonna get a 10 by opening those.
So Ray from Philly just asked thoughts on Bonds and Clemens. Do you think they should be in the Hall of Fame?
Well, okay.
Yes.
Okay, so people that watch my videos know the answer to this, but I will answer it for Ray. And Ray, thank you for asking that. But my thoughts are, there are 3 or 4 players in the Hall of Fame right now that have done steroids.
100%.
Okay. And I'm not saying all these players have done steroids, but I'm going to name 3 or 4 that I think have done them, and that would be Mike Piazza, Jeff Bagwell. I know for a fact Ivan Rodriguez.
Yep.
And then and one that's going to get voted in this year, Vladimir Guerrero. Mm-hmm. He was a great ball player, trust me. But he was like almost got voted in last year. And then there's got to be one more I'm thinking of. I can't think of who it is. But there's 4 right there that I think that have done steroids, and I know for a fact Pudge did. Mm. So because there are players
in the Mitchell report.
Yeah. Because there are players in the Hall of Fame right now, okay, that have done steroids, Clemens and Bonds have to get voted in. And also, there's a player out there that the writers want to see in the Hall of Fame and that has admittedly done steroids, and that's David Ortiz.
Yes.
So if you don't put Bonds and Clemens in, if you've put Bagwell, if you've put Piazza, and if you put Rodriguez in, and if you're going to put Guerrero in, you have to put Bonds and Clemens in. And another thing, Bonds, he started doing steroids in 1999, the year after McGwire and Sosa broke the Roger Maris's home run record, right? Barry Bonds was a Hall of Famer.
Prior to that.
Had he retired after 1998, he would have been a Hall of Famer.
Mm-hmm.
So he's got again. And same thing with Clemens. I mean, that guy was just, man, that guy, he has to be a Hall of Famer. So,
and personally, I think they should all be, every single one of them.
Yeah.
Like, you can't, because there was a point in time where you hit 500 home runs, you got 3,000 hits, you got 300 wins.
Yeah.
You were a Hall of Fame player.
Yeah, but those aren't that's not gonna be a precedent anymore. But another thing is if, fucking Bud Selig is in the Hall of Fame. Who benefited more? Who benefited more from steroids? Who benefited more from steroids than Bud Selig? I want someone to tell me who benefited more from steroids than Bud Selig. I don't think anybody benefited more.
He knew it was happening. He let it happen.
That motherfucker knew it was happening. He turned his back. He collected the money. Then the U.S. government got on his ass, and then he pointed fingers like a little bitch. Yeah. Don't even get me started on Bud Selig. That guy's in the Hall of Fame. You gotta put. And for that matter, you gotta put McGwire in. McGwire saved Bud Selig.
Not only is Bud Selig in the Hall of Fame, he was voted in on the Veteran or Eras Committee on the same ballot that Mark McGwire did not get voted in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah, so, all these, but yes, so, all right. Yes, McGwire and Clemens will get in the Hall of Fame. David Ortiz will get in the Hall of Fame.
McGwire.
And they all did steroids.
All those guys.
So there's going to be roid users in the Hall.
Like, you can't let it get to the point where, like, well, if he retired it this year, he would have been a Hall of Famer. So, he used steroids, so we should let him in, but not these guys because they use steroids.
Yeah.
Like, it's like you just have to let them in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
You have to judge them in the era that they were playing.
Yep. So, and I think a lot of the new writers recognize that, and a lot of those old school, like,
they should all just listen to Peter Gammons. Those
guys are all gone anyway.
They should all listen to Peter Gammons. I wish they were all that guy. Barry Bonds all around the best hitting, running, fielding, everything.
Man, I wish I could read these as well. I appreciate, guys, by the way, I appreciate every one of you guys that are commenting on this video. It's just that I'm doing it on my iPhone.
He's blind. And
the text is so small I can't read it, and sometimes they're coming in so fast that I can read a little bit of one, but not all of them. But keep posting it. We'll try to read as much as we can.
Selling fake vintage and PSA cases, is there a big problem with that?
Okay, so the answer is if you're an uneducated buyer, there's absolutely a problem with that. And but all right, so what that question is there are a lot of people that will, like, that's why PSA has taken the measures they've had with that lighthouse holder and a lot of the other things. But the old, really old PSA cases, you could, it was like, what was it, like some kind of vibration technique that they'd adhere the two panels together, and you could get like a screwdriver and kind of open up the slab, take out a card that's like, say, graded a PSA 8, and then put in another card that would be like a PSA 2 or a 3, and then reseal it with like crazy glue or something. And a lot of people have gotten burned. I think there was a guy at Nationals I heard that wanted to reslab his PSA 10 Jordan rookie card, and PSA said this isn't the card that was graded. But anyways, yeah, it could be a problem if you are not an educated buyer, and I think a lot of people will like buy vintage on eBay and just assume that because it's slabbed, the card is what it says. But if you're going to buy a high grade vintage, buy it from a reputable seller. Buy it from like Four Sharp Corners, somebody that is a reputable seller. Don't buy it from like just any random like slapdick on eBay. You know, if you got someone with a low feedback rating, or you just be careful. Yeah. But you got to know who the reputable vintage sellers are, and they're not going to burn you on, you know, a bad PSA slab card. So that's just my advice. Whoever asked that question.
PWCC or Probstein.
That's why like certain auction houses, their cards sell for more, because they know, like, whoever's buying the card, they know that they're not going to get a tampered with PSA slab card.
Ray also asked, 300 wins a thing of the past? Yes.
Pretty much. There's one pitcher out there that can do it, and that's Kershaw. If he can put together a 20-year career, because that would be, Eric and I have had this conversation before, but if Kershaw can put together a 20-year career averaging 15 wins a year, he can do it, but I don't see anybody else doing it. And
they
even
just don't get enough innings.
But the thing is, even like the last 2 years, Kershaw, he's starting to wear down. So I don't know. I mean,
that's because he's all they got. They like kind of ride his
coattails, it's going to be tough, man. There's just the problem is, I don't know if it's a problem, but the culture in the game is that players are, like, when they're going through the minor leagues, they're going with pitch counts and low. Like 100 pitches is like, you're done after 100 pitches. I remember when I was a kid, the pitch count, like at 120, they'd start talking about the pitch count at like 120.
Like 80 or 90, and they're pulled. Yeah,
pitchers don't even go deep enough in the game to get the victory. I mean, a lot of times the bullpen is going to get the decision.
I got the McGuire Canseco talk. Oh, yeah. Those are...
What's the question?
They got the McGuire and Canseco tops clearly authentic in a case break for only $35.
Yeah.
Yeah, the A's in those case breaks are usually pretty cheap.
Yeah.
But those are sweet cards. I have my eye on a couple on eBay. And, you know, if they go for the right price, they might end up in my collection at some point.
Yep, well, that'd be sweet, because then I could at least look at them.
What should you pay to look for a real... I assume that's Nolan, because it's not Mullen. I don't know Mullen.
What should you pay?
Nolan Ryan. How much would you pay for Nolan Ryan? What would you pay for yours? The rookie?
Like $80, but it's pretty beat up though.
I
mean, see, I'm like
a PSA 4 or 5 is probably going to cost you in the $350 range.
Yeah,
$300 to $400.
You know, actually, you know, there is actually. Okay, I'm going to refer you guys. There's an awesome YouTuber out there. His name is Elikio3. Okay, he just posted a video 2 or 3 days ago with great websites. For tools for baseball card collectors, And on that video, he talks about a website where basically this website will gather all the information of past sales from like auction houses, eBay, all kinds of different sources, and tell you what different cards sell for and what condition. Yeah. So refer to his video if you really want to know what to pay for a Nolan Ryan rookie card.
Yeah. And Ray put $400, $500 for a PSA 4 or 5.
Yeah, Ray's a pretty good source too. Good. He's a big vintage graded collector. He's doing that 300 greatest cards of the 20th century by Mike Payne.
Yeah, you can get a PSA
with a perfect fit sleeve in every slab.
You can get a PSA 3 that's centered fairly well for $250 to $350, I think.
Yeah, probably.
And you can't really beat that.
Yeah.
I mean, if you can pull it off, do it. Ray from Philly is like the PSA set registry king.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, I want a Nolan Ryan rookie one of these days. The perfect fit sleeves.
Yeah.
You're welcome, Ray.
Those things
when
are awesome.
When you're watching YouTube videos in your car on your commute back home, I think you can be called a king of something.
Yeah.
But yeah, Nate got a pretty good deal on his Nolan Ryan. It was like $80.
Yeah, and it would probably grade out a 1.5 or a 2.
Yeah.
So, no creases, but it's lived a little.
Philly Mike is wondering if we can explain a registry. So what they're talking about is the PSA set registry. So if you go to the PSA website, you can go to their set registries, and it's basically lists of cards. Like there's the 500 Home Run Club rookie set registry, and it has the key rookies for everyone in the 500 Home Run Club, and they have it for multiple different things. It's based on the book from the 300 best or 300 greatest cards.
Yeah, that's a set registry. Yeah. There's also player set registries. Like, so for example, like let's say you're a Ricky Henderson collector and it's like the Topps basic set registry. So basically you get every basic Topps card for that particular player in the years that they were actively playing. And then then there's a ranking, and whoever has like the most cards to complete that set and the highest average grade would be like the #1 guy in that set registry.
Yeah.
So
in a way, it's just a different way to collect, and kind of in a little bit like kind of a competition.
Yeah, I would say that the PSA set registry is like, I mean, I personally don't do any kind of PSA set registries, but the way I look at it is it's absolutely genius marketing by PSA. And it's kind of a guide. It's a good guide for what you should collect if you want to start a collection. It kind of helps jumpstart people with okay, well maybe I should collect these because this is what PSA recommends that I collect.
And then Tyler was asking us to give thanks for having a really good LCS.
Oh, okay, yeah. Well, it's not my LCS. I didn't do anything but shop there.
Yeah. No, it's a pretty good LCS. I mean, they're pretty even as far as like their sports products and their Magic stuff and their Pokemon.
Well, they have.
But Magic and Pokemon is far more popular than baseball cards.
Well, they said that the sports cards are picking up quite a bit now.
Yeah, well, I think you get these young guys in there like Aaron Judge and everyone, and people get excited about it. We should start our own registry website that includes all grading services.
Yeah, I'm not a big card grade guy.
Yeah.
But there are guys, there are people on YouTube. If you're into graded cards, you can watch their channels.
What do we consider the best LCS in the U.S.? COMC.com.
I don't know. I can only say the card shops I've been to. I mean, there's the one up in where Eric and I live. That's about 5 miles down the road from where I live.
eBay.
Then there's one in 20 miles down the road. I don't even visit it. And then the one in like 40 miles down the road, and I don't visit it. That's just because I don't need to. The LCS is good enough.
Yeah.
But I would say RBI Crew 7, they have a channel here on YouTube. That card shop knows what the hell they're doing.
He's asking what the video name is for the guy that does the PSA and what you can expect for the prices. What's his channel again?
Alikio 3.
Alikio
3. Yeah. So
If someone else knows the name, there it goes. Elite Co 3.
Yeah, somebody
posted it up there.
His name is Nolan. He's a super cool dude, man. I love his channel. If you guys watch his videos, make sure that you're paying attention to what he says. He's soft spoken, but everything that he says is spot on. This guy, I mean, I love to listen to what he says. I mean, really listen to what he says and take his advice. The guy's really smart, and he is spot on. Great guy. So
any more in there? Nolan is a great guy.
Is that Iska fan? Josh, are you in here? I think I saw Josh in here. Man, I haven't heard from you in forever, brother. If you're in here, man. Damn, if you guys don't know, he came up and visited me from Iowa one year, and we had a great time, man. So
you guys should come visit Nate. We can have group gatherings.
We could have like
an extra room.
Yeah, we could have like a yearly retreat.
We could put some cots down in the man cave.
Yeah, all we'll do is just like we'll go to the beach and hang out. We'll go on like a lot of bike rides, and then we'll collect cards and walk across the Golden Gate Bridge and call it a week.
Yeah.
Maybe take you guys wine tasting too, because there's all kinds of vineyards out here where you can go wine tasting. Yeah. Even though I don't drink alcohol.
I can take you wine tasting. I know some good places.
I don't drink, but I'll go with you guys. I'll bring a 2-liter of Mountain Dew and fucking party it up with you guys, man.
The ground shakes over there on the West Coast.
It does.
We have earthquakes every now and then, but we don't have hurricanes, tornadoes, monsoons, anything like that. So. Yeah. Typhoons.
No. We don't have any of that stuff. Nobody. You have to be in the Pacific to get the typhoon, and then
we're in
the Atlantic. You get the hurricanes. Anyway,
that's not a baseball card subject.
I know, but I mean, who cares, right? Yeah. That's bullshit with what these. I mean, our whatever.
What do you guys think of Palmeiro getting in? He should be in.
But he's not going to ever get in. Palmeiro's never going to get in the Hall of Fame.
He should be in.
Yeah, but he's not ever going to get in. It's because of his obnoxious fucking pointing at the Congress. That just absolutely killed him.
Yeah.
That killed him, man. And I mean, as soon as he got popped for roids, he was done too. I mean, the Orioles are just like, all right, see ya.
Yeah.
So and it's too bad too, because I'm a Palmeiro fan. I'm not hating on the guy. There's no way him and Sosa will never ever get in. And Sosa, he's getting a bad end of. I don't want to get started on him, but
Sosa should be in.
But there's no way Palmeiro will ever get in, which is too bad too, because he's got the 500 homers and the 3,000 hits.
I was just about to say what's funny about Sosa?
Omar Vizquel. I hope to God he gets in, and you know what? I'm gonna go out on a limb right now. And I really think Omar Vizquel is going to surprise a lot of people with what kind of Hall of Fame support he's going to get when he does appear on the ballot.
Yeah.
I would love to see Vizquel get in. I think he's going to get in, but I don't know how long it's going to take. Yeah, very bad connection. Right now.
So it looks like we're losing a lot of people on the East Coast. It's getting pretty late out there. So maybe we should call it a video today.
Let's call it a video.
All
right.
All right, everybody. Thanks for Edgar Martinez.
No. I'm sorry. He was a freaking DH his whole career. He's not going to get in.
Yeah.
It's just he's not going to get in.
Do more.
Oh, it says bad connection. Do more. It's up to this guy. He's got a 3-year-old at home.
Yeah. Oh yeah, we're definitely planning on doing this soon. This was kind of our first.
We weren't even planning on doing this tonight. I just looked at Eric and I said, "Well, let's just try it." Because he's like, "Well, when should we go live?" And I told him, "I don't know, like 2 weeks from now." And then he looked at me and I'm like, "Give me the puppy dog eye look."
Yeah.
Like fuck it, okay, we'll do it. So here we are.
So I think the next one we're probably going to do in October, and we'll definitely.
You're welcome, Mark.
We'll definitely.
Thanks for hopping in.
Announce it in a video prior to.
Yeah, and I'll try to do it on my iPad too, so that I can see the text from you guys.
Yeah.
So
my wife thinks I'm nuts, so you must be good.
If anybody's watching on their big screen or in their bedroom.
That's.
Hi.
Yeah.
No, I'm just kidding. I just say that because I actually watch YouTube videos on my big screen all the time. What I do is I'll watch the videos on the big screen and then I have my phone out and I'll comment. So that way I can comment and watch.
Yeah, Philly Mike, the 2010s rookie card countdown. That's something that we have planned. I mean, we've done the 80s, we've done the 90s. We're going to do the 2000s as well. We'll get there.
Yep.
It's on the list. It just needs to happen where we can both dig through our cards and find the right ones. So, all right, guys, we're coming up on an hour here. We're gonna cut it just short of that. And thanks for watching and joining us.
And hey, everybody, thanks for jumping on. We appreciate it. You're what made this show. You guys are the ones that made this show. So thanks for all your support and all your input.
Stay tuned for the next one, guys. Happy collecting.
Happy collecting. Very nice.
End.